What's up guys, Mickle here, and in this video I want to cover a very interesting situation currently playing out in the Ripple SEC case that is going to have a huge impact on when this case finally ends. The SEC has been refusing to hand over the Bill Hinman Ethereum free pass emails for over a year now. And this charade has actually been going on so long that Ripple has actually chosen to advance this case to summary judgment before getting certainty on when these emails will actually be handed over. This actually puts Ripple at risk of being forced to go to summary judgment without some of their best evidence, which is the Bill Hinman Ethereum free pass emails, where the SEC potentially admitted in writing that they have known this entire time that XRP is not a security. Guys, in this video, I want to break down two very different timelines, one from attorney Fred and the other from attorney Jeremy Hogan, and I want to talk about whether or not it is possible that Ripple actually gets these emails into evidence before summary judgment happens. Both of these lawyers have two very different opinions on this topic. Guys, I want to break them down, show you who I think is right here, but most importantly, I want to break down how important this is for Ripple and what Ripple should do if these emails cannot get handed over in time for summary judgment. Guys, this is a huge issue going on in this case right now, and I highly suggest you stick around for this whole thing so you know exactly what's going on here. We also see a ton of news floating around about Ripple potentially buying Celsius. Guys, at the end of this video, I want to show you who I want Ripple to buy because it's not Celsius, and I think this would be a way bigger acquisition. Like always, guys, if you are new to this channel or come here all the time, please take a second, hit the like and subscribe button down below. It goes such a long way in helping this channel grow, and it really does mean so much to me. If you guys are ever looking for a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out the link in the description below. With that said though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. Like I always say, guys, Uphold is my favorite place to buy XRP, so if you want to check out Uphold, make sure to try it out using the link in the description below. Also, if you want 7 free stocks, make sure to sign up with MOO-MOO, link in the description below. If you sign up with MOO-MOO and deposit just $1, you will get 7 free stocks in your account. Each one of these stocks could be worth up to $1,000, so make sure to check that out if you want some free stocks. So guys, let's jump into the video, and I want to quickly cover something that I tweeted out earlier today because it's gaining a lot of traction, and I think a lot of people in the XRP community were really able to relate to this. I tweeted out, it would have been so easy for Gary Gensler to gain the support of the crypto community. All he had to do was create clear rules for crypto that promoted healthy innovation. Instead, he launched a war against the industry. This will go down as a complete strategic failure. And what I'm pointing out here is how absurd it was for Gary Gensler and the SEC to try to use this strategy of attacking the crypto industry to try to take control of it. The crazy thing about the SEC is people like me and you really don't care who regulates this industry. To be honest, it doesn't matter at all. All we're looking for is an agency who's going to give us clear rules that make a level playing field and promote innovation. The reason we all want the CFTC to take control of crypto is because the SEC is just trying to kill it. The SEC won't give us any fair rules, and because of that, no one wants the SEC to be in charge of crypto. They have proven that they hate crypto, and everything they're gonna do is gonna be to try to hold the crypto industry back. But to be completely fair with you guys, if the roles were reversed and the SEC seemed like some agency that loved crypto and the CFTC seemed like some organization that was trying to destroy crypto, we would probably all want the SEC to be taking control of crypto. And that's why I think it's so crazy that Gary Gensler came into office with this absurd strategy that he was just gonna bully all these different projects, bully the exchanges, and somehow think this would help him get control of this market. All it did was prove to everyone who wants this innovation to succeed that in no way, shape, or form should the SEC have any power over this new industry. And by doing this, the SEC essentially regulated themselves out of existence. Guys, I think this is going to go down as a colossal failure for the SEC, and I could not be more happy that they did this to themselves. So guys, I want to move on and cover a massive dilemma currently taking place in the Ripple SEC case. And guys, this is absolutely huge and is going to go such a long way in determining how much longer it takes for this case to play out. So for those of you who watch the channel daily, you probably remember me covering this tweet thread by Attorney Fred, where Attorney Fred made the prediction that we will likely see a decision from Judge Torres on the SEC's objection to Judge Netburn's prior ruling that the SEC needs to hand over the Bill Hidman Ethereum Free Pass emails. We will likely see Judge Torres's decision on this objection by the SEC by the week of August 29th. And the reason this is such a big deal is because if Judge Torres does make her decision by August 29th, then this would leave us enough time for the SEC to actually make another appeal to the Second Circuit. But the good thing about this would be is that typically an appeal to the Second Circuit would likely take about a month or two. The good news is that this would put us in a good time frame for actually having a final decision and having the SEC actually being forced to hand over these emails once and for all before summary judgment takes place. So Attorney Fred believes that if this timeline plays out, and he said he's putting it at about a 90% probability, then he believes we will actually see the emails ordered to be handed over once and for all before summary judgment takes place. This would be absolutely massive for Ripple because it would essentially expose the fact that the SEC knew XRP was not a security to the court right before the court makes their final determination on whether XRP is a security or not. So I'm sure that sounds excellent to you guys, and you're like, Mickle, that's perfect. What's the bad news? What's the dilemma? Well, Attorney Fred is just one lawyer, and Attorney Jeremy actually put out a video last night where he had a very different perspective. Rather than having me go through this entire explanation again, I'm just going to have Attorney Jeremy tell you exactly what he thinks is going to play out. And I want you guys to notice the difference in timelines because this could be a huge deal for Ripple in this case. Listen very closely to what he says here.
You SEC fanboys, because there is still a final avenue for the SEC, which is to file an appeal to the Second Circuit. And here's where I have to deliver bad news for you Ripple fanboys. That takes a long time, and here's how long. The objection to Judge Torres will be fully briefed on or about August 16. Judge Torres moves quickly on the simple rulings, but apparently takes a long time on reasoned opinions where she writes a lengthy order. So far in the Ripple case, we've seen her take at least a month and usually longer on those type of orders, so we are not even going to get her order probably until September at the earliest, and maybe even later in the year. Then, assuming Ripple wins, the SEC has to ask Judge Torres to certify the email issue to the Second Circuit, and that has to be briefed, which is a problem because even if Judge Torres realizes this issue is going to mess up her November 15 briefing schedule, she simply cannot push this email issue along fast enough to get all of the SEC's possible options concluded before summary judgment. In other words, if the SEC wants, which it does want, it can put off handing over these emails until past November 15, maybe way past November 15, which puts Ripple in a bit of a pickle. Does it say, screw it, and move forward into summary judgment without the emails? Or does it move to continue the summary judgment date until later in order to allow it to get the emails first and delay the case, stunting its growth, pushing back its IPO, and all those horrible things?
Now, as you guys can probably tell, Attorney Jeremy Hogan and Attorney Fred have very different opinions on when Judge Torres is going to make her decision on the Bill Hidman Ethereum Free Pass emails and the SEC's objection to handing them over. Attorney Jeremy thinks it's not going to happen until late September and maybe even after that, while Attorney Fred thinks it's going to happen the week of August 29th. Now, this is going to make a huge difference in the rest of this case going forward because it really depends when Judge Torres makes this decision. If Judge Torres makes this decision fast and quick, then we will likely have these documents for summary judgment. If she makes her decision more in line with what Jeremy Hogan thinks, then it could force Ripple to go to summary judgment without these documents. So you're probably wondering, can Ripple go to summary judgment without these documents? Well, I think best case scenario would be if Judge Torres at least ordered an in-camera review. If Judge Torres had an in-camera review of these documents, she would at least know what was said in these documents. And you're probably wondering, isn't that good enough? Because that's what I thought, but no. Technically, unless Ripple gets these documents, they cannot be used as evidence. Now, Attorney Bill makes a good point. These lawyers are human. So even if Judge Torres sees something that she's not supposed to take into effect when she's making her decision or not take into account in her decision, it still might be in the back of her head. For example, if the SEC said in those documents, XRP is in no way a security, it will never be a security, then if Judge Torres sees that, she's not going to forget it. And she's likely going to make her decision with that in the back of her mind, even if she can't specifically use that as evidence in her final ruling. So I think best case scenario is that Judge Torres does an in-camera review. That way at least the judges get to see the evidence before this thing goes to summary judgment. But guys, what happens if Judge Torres does not order the in-camera review and the SEC is able to withhold these documents past summary judgment? Should Ripple delay summary judgment and wait for these documents, or just go to summary judgment? And guys, you might be surprised, but I think Ripple should just go to summary judgment. Honestly, these documents hardly even matter when it comes down to the true issue here, and that is whether or not XRP is a security. Honestly, it makes no difference what the SEC thinks. Even if the SEC didn't think XRP was a security, they could be wrong. And if they thought XRP was a security, they could still be wrong. It really just matters whether or not XRP passes the Howey test, and it doesn't. XRP is not a security, and it's fairly obvious. That's why on day one of this case, Judge Netburn said to the court, or said to the attorneys on both sides, XRP has utility, more utility than both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and because of that, I find it hard to believe that every single person out there who is using XRP is committing a securities violation. Judge Netburn knew XRP wasn't a security before this case even had the Bill Hinman Ethereum Free Pass emails as part of it. While I do think these emails would go a long way in proving to the court the SEC's corruption and showing the court that not even the SEC really thinks that XRP is a security, I don't think they are critical. I think Ripple could easily win this case on the fundamental basis that XRP itself is inherently not a security, and I think that would be good enough to get Ripple out of this case and get clarity for XRP moving forward. I don't think these emails are worth any more delays. I think Ripple is so far ahead that they don't even need them. Guys, that's just my prediction. I would love to know what you guys think though down in the comment section below. So make sure to leave your opinion. I wanted to show you one last thing before I let you guys leave. I see a lot of talk about Ripple acquiring Celsius. Guys, the company I want to see Ripple acquire is R3. I think that would create an absolute powerhouse for the next generation financial system. Guys, if these two would combine and they were both using XRP, guys, that would be enough for me to be fully convinced our entire financial system would run on XRP. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming. It really does mean so much. Make sure to like and subscribe. And for now, Mickle out.